Hello, everyone, and welcome to Laker Connections. I'm Ben Greco, and alongside me is Cole Parzik. This past weekend, the Lakers traveled to Rock Island, Illinois, as they look to advance to their first Elite Eight in school history. Cole, take us through what happened.
Well, Oswego State started off strong in the first half, trailing just 2 points at the end of the first half against the deep 12-man bench of Marietta. The Lakers pulled down more boards and shot better from the field over the first 20 minutes, but the second half was not so kind to the Lakers. Their field goal percentage dropped to 29.2%, and they trailed by as much as 22 points. Lyon Sanborn also fouled out around the halfway mark, shortly before the deficit ballooned to the game high. Oswego State ended its season with a 78-61 defeat and a 24-6 overall record, departing the NCAA Division III tournament in the Sweet 16, failing to reach the program's first Elite Eight appearance.
And so, Cole, a couple of the players that really stepped up this year, Tyler Pierre, Lyon Sanborn. Lyon Sanborn, obviously only a sophomore. What do you think, or how do you think those two players really helped this team get to that Sweet 16?
Well, Sanborn was huge for this Oswego State team. He put up astronomical numbers for a guy who was playing with an injury, just a sophomore. He was relied upon every single step of the way. His field goal percentage went up. He dished out 166 assists, as you can see right there. And for a guy who played about 5 more minutes a game, the conditioning was excellent for him, especially late down games. He just never showed any stretches of fatigue, but a better field goal percentage, a better three-point shooting percentage. He had more steals and more points. And for Lyon Sanborn, he was huge. And then obviously Tyler Pierre down low, just what he can do, how big and strong he was all season long. D3 Hoops team, first team All-SUNYAC, SUNYAC MVP. 9.1 rebounds a game, averaged nearly a double-double for him, and leading the SUNYAC with a field goal percentage all season long, just a shade under 70% of the season. That's huge for your big man. It's going to be a big loss for the Lakers down low going into next season.
Now, another, really, in my opinion, a big loss, even though he's only been here 1 year, Quinn Carey, transfer senior, big three-point shooter guy that we really heard about being at SUNY Geneseo. What's his impact leaving the team, even though he's been with the Lakers only 1 season?
Well, when you have a guy like that who can shoot the lights out of the gym just from wherever, and you see there, he can drive, though, too. He's not just, catch and shoot guy, but that's what his bread and butter is, taking those outside threes, getting open, running off-ball screens. In the corner right here, you see this one. That's money. That's Quinn Carey's zone. And another guy who you came in for a year trying to win a championship. He got it done. You need those shooters to get by. And for Oswego State next year, they're going to need another guy to step up and be somebody who can take over shooting the ball from deep in clutch situations.
And I know Brittany Cairns, TOP sports director, was talking to Quinn for a class story where, he wasn't meant to be really a basketball player, where his father told him if he wanted to play down low, he was too small. So he started to swim a little bit, close to my heart. But, Oswego State, or Quinn Carey, he became this three-point shooter that we all know and love this year, especially for the Lakers. And now looking at coaching Cole, Lyon, he won his 4th Coach of the Year award in only 8 years. What kind of impact does that have for Oswego State as well, with such a dominant coach here for really more than 8 years?
Well, Coach Lyon says it all the time, and it's the defense that wins games, and any coach says that, all the way back to Vince Lombardi. I mean, people will always just say defense wins championships, but with Lyon and the program he built, the culture that he brings, it's all defense. The 9.1 rebound margin, that was among the best in the country. Their scoring defense, 63.9 points a game. If you're just allowing under 70%, or 70 points, that's phenomenal. You got guys down low like Josh Sullivan, Tyler Pierre. Those guys down low especially feed into Lyon and what his culture is, and in and year out, he just brings that. You have guys like Brian Sortino a couple years ago, who was just an offensive guru, but still, those teams relied on their defense as well, and in Lyon's culture, day in and day out, they're going to work on improving their defense and stopping guys down low. That's their first priority, and that'll continue as long as Lyon is here and as we go.
We're going to talk about it a little later, but, this great top defense that they do have, I think it's going to stick around with some of those guys that they do have next year, looking for maybe more of a deeper bench, a couple of the starters they are bringing back. But, I think Oswego State's got a chance to maybe even push the bar next season. But coming up after the break, Cole and I will be breaking down Oswego State's quarterfinals matchup in the NCAA men's hockey tournament. You're watching Laker Connections on WTOP 10.
We believe in patriotism. we believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
It's back and better than ever. One student can win up to $25 in cash. All on Oswego's favorite game show, Spin to Win! Every Sunday night at 9, only on WTOP 10 TV.
Welcome back to Laker Connections. The wait is finally over for the Oswego State men's hockey team, and this past weekend, the Lakers found out they will be taking on Hobart College in the NCAA tournament quarterfinals. Hobart College had defeated Plymouth State in the first round 2-1 just last weekend on March 9th. So let's take a look at Hobart's strengths heading into this weekend. Hobart's offense is very strong. They have 5 players who have 20 plus points, 20 plus points, 5 players, as well. They have 40 shots per game. They're averaging 4 goals a game, right around Oswego, but they also have tandem goaltenders. Both Liam LaSalle and Alexander Connell both have 14 games played. LaSalle, a freshman, and Connell, a junior. Connell has a .230 goals against average and .935 save percentage, and LaSalle has a .162 goals against average and a .972 save percentage. But Hobart's also coming off the win against Plymouth State, maybe a little more warmed up than Oswego State, as they've only had a week compared to Oswego's 2 weeks, and it's their first win since the 2009 season. So a little bit of momentum there. But let's take a look. It was earlier this season, but Oswego State took on Hobart College. Oswego State won. First goal here about 12 minutes in. Oswego State, great neutral zone play there. Pass from Nenadal to Sullivan with a little bit of a high shot over the corner, as you'll see here. A little bit of a helmet mix up there. But you're going to see a little bit of a high shot from Sullivan right where he likes to shoot. We see a couple goals from him there right over the shoulder. Second goal, however, I want to pause it right when they bunch up right here. See where Oswego Hobart College is on the penalty kill. All 4 players, as we go in a couple of seconds, you're going to see 4 players right here. And you're going to see Aaron Huffnagel right here on the opposite side. If you play it again, Aaron Huffnagel's going to be right there. Puck just happens to bounce out right into his stick. Wide open net past Hobart College. And if those 4 players bunch up, Oswego State's got a wide open player, especially on the main advantage. Aaron Huffnagel right on the side, basically a wide open net. Now, that next goal, Hobart College would score, but pause it right here. Look at these 2 guys right here. Hobart College and Oswego State, if you want to rewind it just a little bit. You got 2 guys right here screening David Richey or Cedric Hansen. I can't remember who. I believe it was Cedric Hansen, Cole. David Richey, it was. David Richey right there. 2 players screened right there. You know, he can't see anything. He's a god, but he can't stop ball. You know, he's a great goaltender. But as soon as you take the shot here from up top from Hobart College, see that shot? It's going to go right in for Hobart College, and they're going to bring it back 2-1. Now, look at this next goal here. Actually, I believe we're going to replay it right now. But Hobart College is going to take that shot. And here, you know, just a nice simple pass, a little back behind, a little bit of a no-look, and a great shot there for Oswego State to take it. But Hobart College would bring it back again, the next goal. And this is where it brings it a little concern. Dives the goal there once again. It brings it a little bit of a concern. 3-on-2. You have 2 guys here for Oswego State. Pass back and forth. The shot here, they didn't go to their outside guy. But if you rewind a little bit, you're going to see there's 2 guys right there leaving this man wide open after his first shot. He's going to take the rebound shot right there and we get the goal in. And obviously, again, they're kind of leaving Richey hanging out to dry and not getting that open man. But now the empty net goal for Oswego State, which is coming up next. Great forecheck from Oswego State, especially from Mitch Emerson. Obviously, he didn't touch a little bit of a fan pass right here, but a great job just to keep it in the neutral zone, keep it toward the front of their defensive zone. Eventually, a long pass up for Mitch Emerson, who gets the empty net goal. And they did win 4-2 that night after losing last season to Hobart College earlier in the year as well. But now we went over the game a little bit. Let's look at Hobart's weaknesses. Hobart's not the, they were a top 10 team when they faced them, but the history between these two teams is very tight. Oswego State is a tight team with them where, it's been a while, but Oswego State, like I said, they won earlier this season. They're going back to the Marano Campus Center. Oswego State took the 4-2 win. Hobart, they're not going to say it out loud, but, it's in the back of their head where they say, we lost here once, but we can do it again, and hopefully it doesn't stick in their head too much. Now, the penalties per game. The Statesmen are averaging 15 penalty minutes per game. That's around 5 penalties per game according to their stat sheet. Against this top Oswego State power play that's averaging around 26%. That's extremely strong, and it could cause some problems. But overall, the Hobart special teams, their power play, 22 for 136. That's around 16.2%. Hobart's going to have a little bit of a problem against Oswego State's building penalty kill. So it could be interesting, but also their penalty kills, Hobart's that is at 85%. So could be a mix-up there. But when we come back, Cole will be taking a look at Oswego State and break down their last game against SUNY Geneseo in the SUNYAC Championship. Don't change the channel. You're watching WTOP 10.
Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug, your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Here at WTOP, we pride ourselves on delivering you all the news you need to know from the day's events.
Whether it's happened on Capitol Hill or right here in Oswego,
We make sure you know all about it. We keep you up to date on all your favorite
Oswego and professional sports.
And our Storm Team 10 meteorologist will make sure that you know exactly what weather you're up against when you start your day.
Every Monday through Thursday night, make sure to tune in to Channel 10.2, because at WTOP, we don't just tell you the news.
We are
the news.
Welcome back to Laker Connections. With the Oswego State men's hockey team set to host an NCAA quarterfinal game in just 4 days, let's continue some more of that hockey breakdown. So last week at the press conference, before we get into some clips here, head coach Ed Gosick talked about the offense just needing to be better. It was the defense and the goaltending that kept them in the SUNYAC final against Geneseo, but the offense just needs to create more. And Josh Isaac said the offense, they need to, one, create more opportunities. He agreed with Coach Gosick there, but also when they have opportunities around the net, they need to finish on those chances. So let's start this, though. But all those opportunities, once they get in the offensive zone, that doesn't start without clean play in the neutral zone, transition. So let's start right here. It's Mitch Emerson and Joey Molinaro. Unable to get in the zone, their first attempt, Molinaro swings it back and just a dump in on the goaltender. Let's rewind that one more time, though, because the play did happen quick here. You see a switch. They try to enter the zone, unable to do so. Molinaro picks it up again, and he's going to fire this shot off because he has no lane, and Oswego doesn't even have numbers here. He puts it into a corner. There's 4 guys back for Geneseo. Mitch Emerson's the nearest guy to the puck because Molinaro is sealed off, and that's going to be an easy breakout for Geneseo. But you got to give the Ice Knights credit because they are an excellent defensive team. They did a tremendous job all night long 2 Saturdays ago against Oswego at limiting these zone entries. So Oswego State may have an easier time against Hobart, but they still need to focus on that and improve. So let's go to the next clip here. This is Nenendal and Jody Sullivan running into each other. That's the exact opposite of what you want to do. That's just a quick clip. Everybody can see that when you're trying to enter the zone and you run into your own man, that's a bad look. So we don't need to play that one again. Let's go to the next clip, but that's what they need to avoid. This is a good example of a zone entry. D to D, Carter Allen, up to Mitch Emerson, and let's roll that back one more time. They get the puck in, this is where they start their forecheck. But you see right here, you got Derek Brown, Mitch Emerson. Keep going back a little bit more here. D to D, and now Carter Allen's going to fire this pass. This is a playoff hockey play right here. You're over the red line on the right side of center. Just get your stick out, touch that puck down low. This is where you start the forecheck. And this is a good example of a forecheck from this line. Not sure if they're going to play together this weekend again, but Derek Brown, Mitch Emerson, and Joey Molinaro do an excellent job of playing down low and grinding out some opportunities. And they do that right here, doing an excellent job of keeping the puck down low. Let's go to the next clip. Another opportunity. This one starts in their defensive zone with the SUNYAC Defensive Player of the Year, Devin Campbell. A good pass. Josh Isaac just skates it over 2 lines and flips it in. Pause it right here. Let's rewind it back a little bit more here. Right there. Boom. So he sees that he's got LeBlanc with some space to skate this way. So he'll dump that one diagonally in the corner. We'll play that one. LeBlanc gets on his horse. And this is an extended shift for Oswego State, but they still do a good job of pressure. And you see Max Novick pinch down, Gillespie comes in, they got 3 guys in the corner, they're trying to work that out. But those simple plays to just enter the zone when you know Geneseo does an excellent job of making turnovers in the neutral zone, that's what Oswego State's going to have to do because, like I said, that's playoff hockey. You need to grind out in the corners, just put the puck deep. Not every time, you don't want to turn it into a dump and chase meet, but just dump the puck in. A couple times you're going to get turnovers like that, and the Oswego State forecheck and how they want to play a gritty, grind-it-out style is going to be successful if they can continue to do that. Let's go to the next one here. Here's another opportunity. This, we're going into chances around the net. So it's Travis Broman. A good zone entry. He goes right to the net, and now there's a huge scrum in front. But let's rewind that one more time. You just see Travis Broman. He does this better than almost anybody in the SUNYAC, just driving play. Let's go all the way back to when he's in the neutral zone, please. There he is. Perfect. He sees he's got a lane, a nice dump in. He gets the puck again. An excellent zone entry from the freshman, goes right to the net. And then just an all-out scramble in front. This is what I'm talking about when Josh Isaac says they need to finish better in opportunities down low when there's literally pucks just in the slot. That was on the crease on the far side. Obviously, you can't tell, but it's Devin McDonald in the back right there. He has no idea where that puck is. Net comes off, but that's an opportunity for Oswego State. Let's go to the next one. Another opportunity for them down low. This is Jody Sullivan. Let's roll that back to the beginning one more time. I don't know how McDonald made this save, but he had a ton of room. And it's Joey Scorpio right there on a knee. Couldn't bang that one home. Another missed opportunity for Oswego State would have put them up 2-0. Then we have another one here. Opportunity for Oswego State. This Anthony Pissarro on the far side half wall. Just throws it on net. It's Tanner Spink first try. McDonald's flopping all over the place. And it's Travis Broman who's able to bang that one home. But let's run that through one more time because, pause it right here. In playoff hockey, we're using that term a lot today, word of the day, mark it down. There's not going to be a ton of Royal Road opportunities for these teams, so you just need to throw pucks on net and create opportunities. Tanner Spink whiffs on it, but it's Broman who's able to bury that one. He's going to be big for this game. He's going to be one of my keys to watch. He's one of the best, most dynamic forwards Oswego State has. He's going to be one of my keys. He's going to be doing a lot of that. Let's roll that clip one more time. Boom. Travis Broman, back of the net. You're going to need to see a lot more of that from Oswego State. Now let's kick it back to the desk.
And so, Cole, road to the Frozen Four. Here are our keys, actually. Power play advantage for Oswego State is going to be key. They need to score fast and score first. They have a 17-2-0 record when they do score first, and they can't leave Richer hanging. That's the key part. But as Cole, Oswego State's seen Hobart already this year, earlier in the season. They've seen Geneseo twice, once more recently. How are Hobart and Geneseo different or similar?
I think Geneseo is a more high-risk, high-reward team, got a lot of faster guys, top-to-bottom skill. Oswego State's more of a conservative team. Yes, they do want to push the pace, but they worry about themselves in their defensive zone first. I think that is more closely related to Hobart's game than it is Geneseo, so it's more strength versus strength here right now this Saturday against Geneseo, who is a team that can just fly up and down the ice and create offense at will.
And so when we come back, Aaron Valentino will be joining us for the second weekly Lakers Showdown. You're watching Laker Connections on WTOP 10.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
I'm a lot more confident and a lot more sure of my abilities. At Oswego is where I really found myself and became the person I am. You work hard and you play hard. I love the environment of SUNY Oswego.
David Richey. I mean, they were. Do you think the recovery of Tommy John survivor Nathan Evaldi?
Welcome back to Laker Connections. I'm Aaron Valentino, and this is Laker Showdown. I'll be asking your hosts Ben Greco and Cole Parsick a series of questions all about Laker sports. They will have a minute 45 to answer, and whoever has the best answer will receive 1 point. Guys, are you ready?
I'm ready to go 2-0.
I have to redeem myself after getting robbed last week.
Well, your first question tonight is, who will need to be the key player for Oswego in order for them to advance to the Frozen Four?
David Richey. Always going to start with your goaltenders around playoff time. Let up a couple of soft goals against Geneseo, the 2 against Mitch Ferguson. We asked him about that specifically in the press conference last week. He said he's forgotten about it. He's moved on. He learned from it, obviously. But goals like that, he said, quote, will never happen again. When you have a goaltender with that type of mental toughness, and I know Richey hasn't had the best season. There's a lot of critics out there, which, you know, I'm one of them at times. But for Richey to be able to say those things, his confidence, the way he presents himself day in and day out, I think he's going to be that key.
Goals. He was screened both goals.
No, the second one, the fourth one, excuse me, he was slightly screened. But that's a goal, a fluttering puck from far out. You got to stop that one, especially with the game on the line 3-3 like that. But David Richey, the way he's going to be able to turn around, he's my key, and he's any key when you're on a playoff hockey game with your goaltender. He needs to be the best player on the ice.
Okay, don't get me wrong. Your goaltender's got to be your best defender. But what about the guys on the ice that are skating around for the 60 minutes? Michael Gillespie, the junior, is not a captain, but he essentially is. He energizes the team when he scores. You've seen him. I say it all the time. He's like the Brad Marchand of Oswego State. He goes around. He's shoving guys around, getting the post whistle, hitting out. So he really energizes the team. When he scores, when he gets to the point, he makes sure he's going. You know, I think he's going to be the guy to watch, just to get those hits, get the team going when he scores. Maybe he doesn't score a point. Maybe it's just a post whistle play. But, you know, when you have a guy like that fired, especially after coming back when he got hurt late in the season, I think it's Michael Gillespie.
He didn't play that well in the SUNYAC final, so I'll give him an opportunity to redeem himself.
I think it's a bounce back.
But you can live without Michael Gillespie producing. If Richey goes up and lays a goose egg, Oswego State's dead in the water. Because Hansen, when's the last time Hansen played? I can't even remember off the top of my head right now.
Last semester, I think? Or beginning of this semester.
Not in a while.
All right.
Nazareth, maybe?
I gotta go with Cole on this one. David Richey. This is a huge game. Obviously, it's a NCAA tournament play. You know, if Hobart doesn't score, you know, Oswego's going to be able to get 1 or 2 on the board. If David Richey plays solid, this team is going to be moving on to the Frozen Four. Let's move on to our next question of the night. What special teams unit will prevail on Saturday? We'll start with Ben on this one.
Overall, it's going to be Hobart. I think their special teams is going to take it. Specifically, I think it's going to be Hobart's penalty kill. Oswego State, they didn't score. Okay, Geneseo's got a great penalty kill they got out of this great special teams unit. But Geneseo is, Oswego State, they didn't score in all their opportunities that could have made a difference in the SUNYAC championship. Granted, again, it was Geneseo. But, you know, Hobart, it's been a while since Oswego State's really been able to do something on the special team. So I think as long as Hobart is able to propel their penalty kill that's been really good, averaging those 15 penalty minutes per game, I think they got it. I don't know what you have.
So Hobart's power play is going to is going to be the better?
No, Hobart's penalty kill is going to be better. That's what's going to make the difference.
See, I don't know about that one. Oswego State's power play right now, 5th in the nation, 27% about.
But look what they did against Geneseo.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. You have 2 weeks to work on it, and a power play with just the nature of how it's set up is the easiest thing to shake off rust. If you're a team that's struggling in transition, 2 weeks or a week off might not be the best thing for you. But a power play, it's very easy to replicate. They've had the same units basically the entire season, apart from when Mike Gillespie was out of the lineup, and then when they had Aaron Huffnagel on their team. This is a 2 power play units that have basically played together the whole season. They had 2 weeks to work on this, and it's still a power play that's in the top 5 in the nation. I think it's Oswego's
look
power
at Hobart's
play.
penalty kill. They're averaging 15 penalty minutes a game. You're telling me that's not impressive, killing how many times they have?
Yeah, but look at Hobart's power play or penalty kill percentage, 85.2%. Oswego's power or penalty kill, I'm messing up all day, was putrid at the beginning of the year. Awful. They couldn't get out their own way, and they're at 83.8%.
Yeah,
that's not too far
They're
off.
not averaging 15 penalty minutes a game.
That's because that coach knows how to coach, keep teams out of the box.
Are you saying Hobart doesn't know how to coach?
I'm giving Eddie the edge though, and the Oswego power play is what they're gonna score twice. 2 goals, power play.
I hear the insult.
Novik and Broman, mark it down right here. You heard it first. Laker Connections.
I gotta go with Cole again. He was throwing those numbers out like nobody's business. Great job there, Cole.
Listen, I'm not good at math.
Listen,
that's why I'm here.
You look at this team. Cole brought up a good point. They're at 83% right now on those power plays. That's super solid considering at the beginning of the season, where they were struggling on those special teams. I think it's got to be Oswego. Cole, you've won this Lakers Showdown.
I don't want to answer the next question.
For pride, let's see if Ben can get a point here.
Pride, not prize.
Defensive scoring was prominent throughout the season for the Lakers. However, they have not done it in their last 3 games. With it being a key part of their offense, will an Oswego defenseman be able to tally a point this weekend?
Go ahead, Mr. 2 points.
Oh, I already said it. Max Novik, he will score. Maybe he's even going to have 2. That's really ambitious. You're putting that's really ambitious if you got Novik scoring twice, once power play, 1 even strength. But I love the way Novik, especially late, has been able to drive play himself. He's always been a great skater from his own end out. He had a couple of great rushes against Geneseo, cutting to the front of the net, doing whatever he wants at will.
So you're saying he's going to get a goal?
I think he has a potential to score 2. I think the power play.
So you're saying, I don't remember what game it was even. He scored 2 goals, like both from the point, the same exact shot 2 times. You're saying
He's done it before, he can do it again.
He's going to get assist. He's going to get 100%
either way,
an
Novik's
assist.
play.
No,
I mean, it's just a pride point.
I'm going to agree with you. Defense is going to score a point, and I'm about 99% sure it's going to be Max Novik, but it's not going to be a goal.
You're sleeping on Tyler Curry.
I am sleeping on Tyler Curry. But Max Novik's going to get the... Okay, Tyler Curry might get a point. But Max Novik will be the guy to get the point if Tyler Curry doesn't. He's going to get the assist at least, just because of his passing. Look at this power play. They got 2 guys on the wings. If they can do what they did against Hobart, where you can get those all 4 guys in one, you're going to have one of those wingers.
See, now Ben is gassing up the Oswego power play when he was just trash. I'm saying Hobart's going to take it. So right now, that's how you know.
I'm not gassing up any power play. I'm
lost the second point.
If they just happen to get that one spot open where Aaron Huffnagel was in November, they got it. Max Novik has the assist if they can get that one. I'm not saying the power play will do anything strong, but if they can do something
you
similar.
got 70 seconds. Mark it down. Max Novik from below his own dots, coast to coast, top shelf, over whoever's playing, LaSalle or Connell. Novik will score. Maybe it's 5-on-4 because they have the extra room. Novik is going to score this Saturday.
So Cole, you are saying Max Novik will get the point for the Lakers.
We're both saying point, but he's saying goal. I'm saying assist.
He's taking the safer approach here.
This is a tough one. I got to go with the assist. I think Max Novik is always going to try and make that extra pass.
I avoided the sweep.
Cole will get a point for pride. That's all the time we have for tonight. For Ben Greco and Cole Parzik, I'm Aaron Valentino. Have a great night, everyone.
Hey, President Stanley, what's your favorite television?